In the summer of 2023, Newcastle United splashed €7 million on a very unknown talent born in 2004 in the Gambia, buying him from Danish club OB, and he would immediately be loaned out to Feyenoord in the Netherlands. And at the time, really not much was thought about this transfer. Newcastle had simply acquired a youngster that no one has really ever heard of or at least watched play, and he'll probably spend some years out on loan at different clubs before eventually being sold, or maybe there's an off chance that the Gambian will play a handful of games for the Magpies in the Premier League. Yet fast forward to today, Yankuba Minteh has already been sold by Newcastle United after just 1 year, and he has been sold to fellow Premier League team in Brighton for a reported £30 million fee. A huge and quick profit for a Newcastle team that was plagued by FFP, and Yankuba Minteh has already had his first appearance and his first assist in the Premier League for Brighton. And based off of his season in the Netherlands and his amazing debut for Brighton, Yankuba Minteh in my eyes is a future star that could be the face of African football for the next decade. And not just that, but despite playing in the Premier League, he seems like a star that not too many people are even aware of right now. So just what makes Minteh so special, and just how high is his ceiling? Well, that's what we'll be talking about today. So what's going on, everyone? You are listening to Back of the Net here. I hope you're all doing well. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Yankuba Minteh started his football career in his country of birth in the Gambia, playing for Steve Biko FC. Bakary Bojang, who is Minteh's agent, asked Danish club OB to have a look at Minteh and fellow Gambian Dortmund Darbo. They both went for tryouts in the summer of 2021, but Yankuba Minteh actually failed to impress in Denmark, being rejected in his first crack at Europe. However, just 1 year later, Minteh would get his opportunity to right his wrongs with an opportunity for yet another trial at OB in the summer of 2022. And this time around, he left a much better impression while on trial, eventually signing a 2-year contract with OB when his trial was over at the club. Yankuba Minteh made his first team debut for the club on the 10th of September 2022 in a 2-1 victory over Copenhagen, managing to score the winner just 3 minutes after coming on for the club. In June 2023, Newcastle United had announced they had reached an agreement with OB for the transfer of Minteh for €7 million, and that upon arrival, Yankuba Minteh would be loaned out to the Eredivisie champions in Feyenoord for the 23-24 season. And at Feyenoord, Yankuba Minteh put on an absolute clinic, playing 37 games for the Dutch champions and bagging 11 goals and 6 assists from primarily right wing at the age of 19 years old, seeing himself and Feyenoord finish in second place in the league, just 7 points behind the winners and having lost just 2 games all season long in the league. During the season, Minteh had also become the second ever Gambian to score in a Champions League game, and on the 1st of July 2024, Yankuba Minteh swapped one Premier League side for the other, seeing Newcastle United sell Yankuba Minteh for £30 million to Brighton at Hove Albion, seeing Minteh sign a 5-year deal with the Seagulls. And on Minteh's Premier League debut against Everton, he helped his side get a dominant 3-0 victory over Sean Dyche's side, seeing Minteh even assist the opening goal for Matoma. Yankuba Minteh's underlying stats are a thing of beauty. Now yes, these numbers are from the Eredivisie, but it's still compared against the top 5 leagues, and he was still 19 years old when putting up those numbers. Statistically, Yankuba Minteh is an extremely well-rounded winger, and his ability to carry the ball is simply outstanding. With a great burst of pace, some really impressive footwork, he is a defender's nightmare at times. Minteh is an extremely talented dribbler of the ball. His goal threat and his chance creation is absolutely outstanding. He is a fairly high-level playmaker and a very high-level finisher for a 19-year-old winger. Now he is 20 years old, but at the time he was 19 years old. Now Minteh does lack in the passing department, and with a lot of young wingers, Minteh at times is almost too keen to take on defenders, oftentimes losing the ball instead of simply just doing the clever thing and just recycling the ball for your team. But in terms of dribbling, playmaking and goal efficiency, for a 20-year-old winger, Minteh is a really high-level player. If he can maybe not be so keen to always take on players, if he can try retain the ball a bit better, fix his below-average passing, Minteh can quickly become one of the most well-rounded and exciting wingers to watch in Europe. Minteh is usually more than happy to get stuck in defensively, and on the ball he is just a menace at times. Now, there have been several players to make the jump from Netherlands to England to find success, but also a lot of players have failed. Vincent Janssen really under-delivered during his time in England, and Brighton themselves had some guys that failed with the jump. Between Jahanbakhsh and Locadia, Brighton have also had their not-so-successful stories with players coming from the Netherlands. But after watching Minteh in the Eredivisie and during his really impressive debut against Everton, I really struggle to see how Yankuba Minteh will fail at his club. He is in a club known for their development of players and known for being able to pick out gems like they are simply playing Football Manager. Adingra will provide plenty of competition for Yankuba Minteh, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing for Minteh's long-term development. There will be times when Adingra, who I rate very, very highly, will bench Minteh, but I think the other way around as well. Minteh will have constant competition with Adingra right behind him, and they'll only force Yankuba Minteh to have to perform game in and game out every time he steps on that pitch. Minteh has all the traits you want to see in an exciting, young, fast, skillful winger, and with the right development, he could become the face of African football for the next decade.